we have two inertial frames of reference where the primed frame is moving at a constant velocity with respect to frame F. And to simplify things, we'll first consider motion in the x direction. So we have an event that occurs at point P, and we measure the space and time coordinates with respect to each frame. So using meter sticks and clocks, an observer in frame F specifies the position of the event relative to the origin using x, y, and z coordinates, and also specifies the time when the event occurs. And similarly, the observer in the primed frame specifies the coordinates being x prime, y prime, and z prime, which gives the location of the event relative to the origin of the primed frame, and he also specifies when the event occurs using time t prime. So what we want is the relationship between these measurements, and we assume that the two observers in the inertial frames use meter sticks that have been calibrated against each other, and the clocks that they use are also synchronized and calibrated with each other. And in classical mechanics, we assume that the length and time intervals are absolute, and we're going to show that they're the same for all inertial observers of the same events. So for example, if we have meter sticks that are at rest with respect to one another, then we assume that they have the same length when they're in relative motion with one another. And also when the clocks are synchronized and calibrated at rest, then their readings will agree even when they're in relative motion with each other. So if we assume that the clocks of each observer have a 0 reading at the instant that the origins of these two frames are coincident, then we can use the following Galilean transformations to relate these measurements. So after some time t, the primed frame has moved the distance of the velocity multiplied by t with respect to frame F. So we have the following relationship, being the location of the event measured from the origin of frame F is equal to the location of the event measured from the origin of the primed frame plus v multiplied by t. So turning this equation around, we have a relationship between x prime and x. So we have x minus v multiplied by t. So that's one of the Galilean transformations that relate these measurements, and the other transformations are y prime is equal to y and z prime is equal to z, because we're only considering motion in one dimension. And the assumption in classical mechanics is that time can be defined independently of any particular frame of reference. So we have t prime is equal to t. So from this assumption, if we have two given events, so for example, if we have a rod and we want to measure the length of this rod, so we determine the location of one of the endpoints at a particular instant in time, so that's our event A, and at the other endpoint we have event B, which also has a location that's determined at another instant in time. So from this assumption, we have the time instant where we determine the location of event B minus the time instant when we determine the location of event A. So that's in the primed frame, and that's equal to the time difference in the unprimed frame. And as an example, suppose we want to measure the length of this rod. So using the Galilean transformations, we measure the location of event B in the primed frame, and using our Galilean transformation, we have the location of event B measured from the unprimed frame minus the velocity of the primed observer multiplied by the time at which B was located. And we have a similar expression for event A. So we have xa prime is equal to xa minus v multiplied by the time instant A. And now if we subtract these two expressions, we have xb prime minus xa prime is equal to xb minus xa minus v by time b minus time A. And now if we make these measurements at the same time, then tb is equal to ta. So we end up with the difference between the locations of event B and A in the primed frame being equal to the difference between the location of both events in the unprimed frame. So it's critical that we measure the endpoints at the same time to define the length of our moving rod. So that rod's moving with respect to the primed frame. And therefore, the measurements of our space and time intervals are absolutes according to our Galilean transformation. So as we can see, the velocity didn't enter into these results, so the length and time intervals are the same for all observers in inertial frames. So another assumption of classical mechanics is that the mass of a body is constant and it doesn't depend on its motion relative to an observer. So therefore classical mechanics and the Galilean transformations imply that mass, length and time are all independent of the relative motion of the observer. And we're going to say that this is not the case in a special theory of relativity.